All right, this game is 7 o'clock. Number 13, Ole Miss at Auburn. 6.5 is the total, or is the
Weird.
spread for Ole Miss currently. Total 56.5. Where are we going here? Because one of the bets I like from this game that I'll probably include first quarter total 13 points.
You like the over on that?
I do.
So I'm going to take Auburn. I'm going to take Ole Miss. I think to score first would be a bet that I would make. They're coming off a bye. There's not enough data really to tell me whether or not that's a strength or a weakness for Kiffin, because he's lost his last 2 games coming off a bye at Ole Miss, but they were both to Alabama. Going to Jordan-Hare is very difficult. We all know it's become like a cliche almost at this point. But it's also very real. And you look at just from the numbers to support that. Like, I don't think there's like some crazy juju that's going to, keep Auburn or help them win this game. I know that they played Georgia really close. They played LSU really close a couple of years ago or last year, and they played Bama in 4 overtimes the year before that. One thing all those games have in common, in addition to playing close, is they lost. So 6.5 points still seems weird because it feels like it could be higher, but it is tough to go on the road and win the SEC. Here's my thing with this game. I think that it's going to be close early, and maybe for the first 3 quarters, because of everything I just mentioned. And Auburn plays way better at home versus on the road. Their offense is terrible too, just like Iowa, as we talked about. Auburn hasn't put up more than 20 points or had over 300 yards in any game versus Power 5 opponents this season. Not one. Their differential in points scored and yards gained at home versus away, they average 27 more points per game at home. They average 212 more yards per game at home. But again, the offense is bad. And it's not like Ole Miss's defense is great. But you look at Auburn, they scored 8 touchdowns in their first game of the season against UMass. They scored 8. They played 4 games against the FBS opponents since then, and they've scored a total of 7. So I think it's close for a while. But I think that Ole Miss is good enough and better than them to pull away. And I also think Lane Kiffin is a big enough and petty dickhead to run it up late. So I think Ole Miss covers that.
I do too. Auburn can't throw the ball at all, which is just so happens to be where the weakness is on Ole Miss's defense.
Yeah.
They actually are pretty good at stopping the run. They're giving up 3.3 yards per attempt. So if Auburn can't run the ball against this defense, I don't know how they could cover the 6.5. I'm gonna go 34-24 Ole Miss.
Yeah, I think it's. I was gonna say 34-20 or 34-17.
Okay, well, that'd be a good road win for Ole Miss, who's quietly chugging along.